Good morning, Mr. Friedman. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Rahul. I'm doing well, thank you. How can I assist you today?
I am doing great, especially since I got to talk to Milton Friedman. I have hit a jackpot of economic wisdom today. Thank you so much for being here. It's truly an honor. Your work has reshaped how we think about economics. I can't wait to dive into your ideas.
I'm glad to be here, Rahul. I'm ready to discuss and explore economic ideas with you. What's your first question?
Let's start with
Apps.
this. What inspired you to advocate for minimum government intervention in economic affairs?
I advocated for minimal government intervention because I believed that individuals and private enterprises are better at allocating resources efficiently than governments. Market mechanisms, driven by voluntary exchange and competition, often lead to better outcomes in terms of innovation, efficiency, and consumer choice. My focus was on maximizing individual freedom and economic prosperity through limited government involvement.
That's a vivid analogy. Why do you think limiting its government intervention during recessions is so essential?
Limiting government intervention during recessions is essential because it allows the market to adjust and correct itself more efficiently. Excessive intervention can distort natural market adjustments, leading to inefficiencies and prolonged economic pain. By allowing the market to function with minimal interference, we encourage innovation, adaptation, and efficient reallocation of resources, paving the way for economic recovery.
That makes sense. Let's talk about kinds. What are the key differences between your approach and his?
A key difference between my approach and Keynes's is our view on government intervention. Keynes advocated for active government involvement, especially during economic downturns, through fiscal and monetary policies to stimulate demand. In contrast, I emphasized minimal government interference, believing that free markets are more effective at self-correcting. Another difference is in our perspective on monetary policy. I stressed the importance of controlling the money supply to manage inflation, whereas Keynes was more focused on government spending and taxation as tools for economic stabilization.
Nice. But thoughtfully, how do you respond to critics who say that a lack of government intervention leads to inequality?
Critics argue that without government intervention, markets can indeed lead to inequality, as they naturally create winners and losers. My response is that while inequality can be a byproduct of market dynamics, it is also a driving force for innovation and economic growth. Moreover, government policies can be designed to address inequality through targeted measures without heavy-handed interference in the market. This approach can help balance the benefits of free markets with the need for social equity.
That's an interesting perspective. How can monetary policies help to tackle unemployment during economic downturns?
Monetary policies can play a vital role in addressing unemployment during economic downturns by influencing the availability and cost of money. Central banks can lower interest rates, making borrowing cheaper for businesses and consumers. This encourages investment and spending, leading to job creation. Additionally, central banks can use tools like quantitative easing to inject liquidity into the economy, further stimulating economic activity and employment.
That's great analogy. So my next question is: Are your economic policies still relevant in today's global economy?
Yes, many of my economic principles remain relevant today. The ideas of free market capitalism, limited government intervention, and the importance of monetary policy in controlling inflation continue to influence economic thought and policy. However, the global economy has evolved, and new challenges have emerged, requiring adaptations and refinements to traditional economic theories.
That's great. Finally, what advice would you give to young economists like me who are starting now?
My advice would be to stay curious and open-minded. Understand the fundamental principles of economics, but also be willing to challenge and refine them as the world changes. Keep an eye on real-world data and be ready to adapt your views based on evidence. Remember, economics is not just about numbers, it's about understanding human behavior and the complexities of society. Stay passionate and committed to finding solutions to real-world problems.
That's reassuring to hear. Finally, if you were advising a government facing a financial crisis today, what would you tell them?
In a financial crisis, I'd advise the government to act swiftly and decisively, focusing on measures that stabilize the financial system and restore confidence. This might include ensuring liquidity in the banking sector, protecting deposits, and providing targeted support to the most affected industries and individuals. It's crucial to maintain clear communication with the public to build trust and manage expectations. Long-term, structural reforms may be needed to address the root causes of the crisis and strengthen the economy's resilience.
Mr. Friedman, this had been both enlightening and entertaining. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and insights with me today.
You're very welcome, Rahul. I'm glad we could have this conversation. If you have any more questions in the future, don't hesitate to reach out. Have a great day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care, Rahul.